So thank you so much for meeting and allowing me to videotape our conversation. As you know, your teacher, Ms. McIntosh, is being considered for a teaching award. We've gathered a lot of information about Ms. McIntosh, including videos of her teaching, lesson plans, examples of her tests, and lots of other items. So at this point, we're interested in getting feedback from the people who know Ms. McIntosh the best, you, our students. So we hope that by hearing from you, we'll be able to gain a deeper understanding about the kind of teacher Ms. McIntosh is and what Ms. McIntosh cares about. So why don't we start off by you guys telling me what your names are.
Okay, my name is Melanie Layla Gray, and it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Melanie. And what's your name?
My name is Randy Renald Caraway Jr.
Randy, nice meeting you too. Melanie and Randy. Okay, so I'm going to start off with you, Melanie, and then Randy, then you're going to answer the same question after Melanie. So Melanie, how would you describe the class and what does it feel like?
How I would describe the class is that I see a lot of things that my teacher has put on, and I feel safe here because my teacher, she always helps us, she keeps us safe here, doesn't let us out of her sight.
Okay, how about you, Randy? How would you describe the class and what does it feel like?
I would describe the class colorful, paperish, and a tornado of knowledge. And it makes me feel like I am just stuck in some place where the only way I can live is by learning.
A tornado of knowledge. So what do you mean by it's like a tornado of knowledge?
I mean, like, it's like, you know how a tornado, it takes up everything, that it just splashes it everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like the tornado, like, took a whole bunch of knowledge and just threw it all in our room.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, I see. So, Melanie, what do you want to be? What do you want to be true for your future? And how does this class and your teacher help you get there?
I want to be a veterinarian because I want to help sick animals and to help them get better, or if they have like a thorn in their foot or something. And how this class helps me is I need to know the right amount of medicine. So capacity helps me. If I need to know how much water or food, the food I can help with capacity, how many, or I can use volume for how many cubic units. The water I can use capacity.
Okay, that's good. How about you, Randy? What do you want to be true for your future, and how does this class and your teacher help you get there?
When I grow up, I want to be a SWAT police commander. The reason I want to do that because I want to protect the city from harm, and any harm that try to comes in, I have to make sure that it's punished and won't come back again. And this classroom helped me by, like, I need to know the perimeter of, like, if I'm about to go and do my go into a room, I need to know the perimeter of the room so I can know how many men to put in on each side. And that's how perimeter helped me. But an area helped me by, like, if I need to know the area to the sea, to see through the window, because if I don't know the area, how do I know which place to sit or which place to go to place the binoculars so I can watch out.
Oh, okay, very interesting, Randy. That's very good. Okay, so Melanie, what are your goals in this class?
My goals in this class are 80% or higher, and to succeed for and being culture shifters like a leader. And part of being a culture shifter is advocacy, academics, and behavior. And that's what makes you a culture shifter. That's one of our goals, to be a leader.
Oh, okay. How about you, Randy? What are your goals in this class?
I know it's hard. I know it's hard and difficult for some students. So I wouldn't push them all the way from 80, but I would say 70% or higher because 70 is a passing grade. And if I does help, I get everything, so I can go for 70% or higher. And if other kids can get everything, they can go for 70% or higher. But we don't stop at just 80. We can't stop just at 80. If we can beat 80, we can go all the way to 100%. And after 100%, we'll have mastery on whatever objective.
Okay. So, what would you say is what would you say is most important to Miss McIntosh, Melanie?
What I
And
think is
how do you know that?
what I think is important for Miss McIntosh is to see all her students go above their business and like to pass every grade. And how I think I know that because she doesn't want to see her students flunking. She wants to see her students passing.
How about you, Randy? What would you say is most important to Miss McIntosh, and how do you know that?
I say what is most important to Miss McIntosh is like it's not about all the awards and getting a low grade. She's a considered teacher. So if we get some like failing, she'll help us or tell us to go all the way back and do it again. But if we just sit here and we don't have a teacher like Miss McIntosh, we'll just fail. But Miss McIntosh really loves us enough to tell us about how many how we need to work out.
Why do you work so hard in this class, Melanie?
Why I work so hard in this class is to get my grades up because like for my score on our practice got a 60 and I don't want that, so I'm gonna keep working hard so I can get above that. I could go 80% or higher.
Oh, okay, that's good. So you work hard to get better grades.
Mhm.
Okay. How about you, Randy? Why do you work so hard in this class?
Because if I work hard in this class, it's no doubt that I'm not going to work out in my other class and beyond that.
Okay. How does your teacher see you as a leader, Melanie, and what responsibilities does she encourage you to take on?
My responsibilities are to make sure my classmates are working, to make sure I'm working hard on task. And I also have a job in this class. And my job is to help people when they need help. And I always help them if they don't complete their packets. I help them with that. Or if they need help on exit tickets or just independent work. And that's his job too. We both do that.
Well, mainly it's our job is mainly just like you don't you can't you the smaller way to say it is that we're the culture shifter managers.
Well, okay. And what does that mean? Being a
We
culture
help
shifter manager.
if we see some that that's not right or that needs help, we go out and help it, and we manage how to do culture shifting. So if somebody don't know what culture shifting is, we can go help them tell them, and they can be a culture shifter too.
Okay. But what is culture shifting?
Well,
Culture shifting is there's three parts of culture shifting, like I said earlier. There is advocacy, academics, and behavior. Advocacy is if you want to change something.
Right.
Like you can change the world, you can change something like bullying. That's what I'm advocating for, because I'm like my brother's getting bullied by this little boy. Choked
Okay.
him, kicked him in the stomach, and I don't like that. So that's why I'm advocating for bullying. Academics, you have to know all your stuff to be a culture shifter. Not all of it, but you have to know most of it. Behavior, you have to be behaved for. You have to be behaved, or you have to have good behavior.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, Madeline, how have you changed from the beginning of the school year until now?
At the beginning of the school year, I didn't get good grades. I was getting F's, D's, and all that kind of stuff that I didn't want. But now I'm getting hundreds, 90s, and 80s. Well, that's A's and B's.
Ooh. How about you, Randy? How have you changed from the beginning of the school year until now?
Like at the beginning of the school year, I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't a perfect kid because there's no such thing as a perfect kid.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a bad kid either because there's no such thing as a bad kid. So so at the beginning of the school year, my teachers and everybody helped me could choose. At first, I was just at a C and B average. Now I'm at A's and B's, and I even got 100. So that's how I changed.
Mm-hmm. So, Melanie, what are the most important things you've learned this year?
The most important things I learned this year is to behave, to being a culture shifter, and to, you know, stuff I haven't known. They're all important to me.
Okay. Randy, how about you? What are the most important things you've learned this year?
The most important things I learned this year is the main things is how to subtract, divide, multiply, and add. That's that's main thing in math. You have to know that throughout your whole year. But the thing about it, you go step by step, and it goes harder and harder and harder as you get through it. You might say, "Oh, I know how to add, so it's gonna be easy," but it might be 1,000, a billions things to add. Then it might tell you to do another thing, which we don't do one step problems in here. We do two step. So when somebody say they done and it's been a short range of things and they only do one step, we already know that problem is wrong because you're supposed to do two step. All our problems are two step problems.
Okay. So, Melanie, what do you see yourself doing in the future, either later on in your education or as an adult?
I see myself, you know, being a veterinarian or teacher, helping kids, helping animals, and um, and I also see myself helping people. As an adult, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm an adult. In my education, I see me getting good grades, better than I get this year, and I see me passing.
Oh, that's good. How about you, Randy? What do you see yourself doing in the future, either later on in your education or as an adult?
I see myself in the future at school. I think Miss McIntosh sees me as a nice kid. I learn a lot, and she sees me as a rebel because when I know something's right, but somebody's telling me I'm wrong, and I prove to them I'm right, and they still say I'm wrong, I have to prove and prove more till they believe me. And this year I'm advocating for no dress code because I feel like if teachers can wear whatever they want, kids should have the ability and right to do that too.
All right. Okay. So, Melanie, what would you do if you experienced setbacks that challenge your ability to achieve your future goals?
My future goals, I want to achieve them because I want to achieve to know all my stuff, to go to college, and to get a good job that pays me enough where I can have a house and stuff, and a car, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Randy? What would you do? What would you do if you experienced? What do you see yourself doing in the future, either later on in your education or as an adult?
You asked me that.
Oh yeah. What would you do if you experienced setbacks that challenge your ability to achieve your future goals?
Setbacks. What do you mean
Like
by
setbacks.
setbacks?
Like things that were, if you experience anything that's difficult, like say for instance you had a goal of getting 80% on a test, and a setback would be something like perhaps maybe when you were trying to study, someone was like distracting you, like things that get in the way of you being able to accomplish your goals.
Anything about that. I avoid mostly everything. But the only thing I don't avoid is when somebody threatens me or assaults me. I don't avoid that because I know I'm going to stand up and protect myself. I'm not just I'm not gonna hit somebody because they're talking. They're talking. Words is just words. Words can hit you. Words can go through your head and make you numb, but words cannot hurt you. So don't fight if you can. Don't fight if you just hear. Hearing things make you don't fight. So, and any setback, I just avoid it and I just keep going on until I reach my goal.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, is there anything else you want to say about Miss McIntosh as a teacher, Melon?
Yes, there's plenty of things I would like to say.
All right, tell us.
I think she's a fun, loving person that I would respect because I know her well, and just stuff like that. Because she's a nice teacher, and I really respect that.